Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? This is Randy on the porch. I hadn't done one of these in a while. So what I thought I would do today is show you some of my favorite razors that I use. You've probably seen me use most of these. And I'm kind of going to go from mildest to most aggressive. Um, if I want a mild shave, if I'm not in the mood for one more aggressive, I've got four razors here that I usually choose from. Um, One here is the Edwin Jagger DE89, which everybody's probably familiar with. This one has a beautiful octagonal shaped handle. It's 8-sided, and it's really a nice razor. And it's very good for beginners. It's very good if you want a milder type shave with a little blade feel. It does have a little. If you'd like to have a shave with practically zero blade feel, but yet get a very efficient shave, and I still don't know how this razor does it, but it does. It's the Henson Mild. Um, it'll have 1+ on the top of the inside of the cap, which means it's the mild version. They have a 2+, which is a medium, and they have a 3+, which is an aggressive. But this one is probably the one of the most, if not the most, efficient mild razors I've ever used. Another one that I have is another aluminum razor, which is an Aylesworth. And I don't remember exactly what this one's called. Let's see if it says. No, it doesn't. It just gives a bunch of numbers, serial numbers or whatever. But this is a really nice razor, very light, very efficient for a mild razor. And I just discovered this not long ago, and it's attractive. They have different color plates. This one, of course, is red. If I want a mild, a little bit more aggressive, but not much, um, I usually pick up my Frank Shaving stainless razor. This has got a 0.68 blade gap. Very comfortable. Total stainless steel, 316L stainless steel. It's a great value. Blade tabs are covered. It's got everything you would want in a stainless steel razor. Uh, and it's so smooth. And like I said, it's mild. It's 0.68, sort of like the Game Changer 0.68. Um, it's got some heft to it. I love this thing. And these are at an unbelievable price. You go to Frank Shaving's website and they're like $49.99, and which is, we'll just say $50, and you can use my Randy Shaves coupon code and get an additional 20% off that. And so that makes it, if it's $50, you take $10 more off, you can get this completely stainless 316L stainless razor with a 0.68 blade gap with covered blade tabs for $40. You're not going to beat that anywhere. Now for my two favorite, more aggressive, not aggressive, but more aggressive razors. This is the RazoRock Recurve RC100 Plus. I have the regular plate too, which is even less aggressive. And I'm telling you, with it, you can't even tell there's a blade in there, but it shaves well. But I like this 100 Plus plate. And you can see the the curve on the top, which really allows for a real clamping of the blade in this razor. And it's got a long handle. Knurling is wonderful. This is one of the best razors, most efficient razors I've ever used in my life. I love it. And it's just great. The RazoRock Recurve RC100 Plus. I think you would really enjoy that. They make different ones too. They make a 60 and an 80 plus, a 60 plus. And they've got a one that's a little bit more aggressive than this, but they're out of stock on the plates. I may get that plate someday, but this is the 100 plus. Now, for my best, Not necessarily the most aggressive, but for my most attractive, let me put it that way. Aesthetically, you're not going to beat the Mula Rocca. And I pronounced that right. I looked it up online. In Germany and in Italy, it's pronounced Mula and it's Rocca, not Roca, not Mula. It's Mula Rocca. Except, and the only difference in Italy is they roll the R. It's a Mula Rocca. That's the way they pronounce it in Italy. Mula Rocca. But it is beautiful with this birch handle. They have different handles, and everyone has a different name. This is I believe it's an R94 or 95. I can't remember which. But that birch handle is just so attractive. And man, this is a very, very efficient razor. And I really hesitated on buying one because I kept reading about the aggressiveness. This razor is not that aggressive, but it is so, so very efficient. The blade tabs just barely, I don't know if you can see that or not. Man, they're just barely overhang, just a tad. I don't know why they didn't just go ahead and completely cover them, but they didn't. But it's a great razor, and I love it. So that's a few of my razors. I've got some more, but I don't use them as much as I use these. And I love these so much that every morning it's hard to pick one. But like this morning I shaved with the Rocca. I'm already ready for tomorrow's shave, and I'm going to use the recurve. So thought y'all might like to see that, and maybe get you one of these razors. They're great. And until I see you next time on a shave next week, adios.